So if you watched the end of my previous video, you might have heard me say, my next character is going to be Black Widow, but my next video is probably going to be me trying to beat Elden Ring as Thor. So I hope you guys check that out too. Well, about that.
I lied.
Turns out that challenge is going to be way longer than I thought, and October's already going to be busy for me. However, if you guys would like to see me stream that challenge live, then let me know. I'll try to set something up for y'all. Another thing, turns out I completely forgot that Doctor Strange and Mordo's first battles are actually with the Muggers in Nepal, so I have to add another win for both of their ratios. Now on to the main event, Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow herself. This super spy has fought a wide range of enemies, from secret agents to killer robots to aliens bent on world domination. But it hadn't occurred to me to find out just what's her win-loss ratio. Welcome back, dear viewers, as we go over her battles and find out where she stacks up against the other heroes. Now I know what you might be asking. Isn't Yelena Belova also a Black Widow? Well, yeah, but she's gonna be in like 3 more movies, including the soon-to-be released Thunderbolts. So she falls in the same category as Kate Bishop and Sam Wilson. They'll all be getting their own videos separate from their counterparts with the same names. But without further ado, let's start the video. In what's canonically the first battle we see, Widow is tasked with killing Dreykov and dismantling the Red Room. She drew him out by using his daughter as bait and blew up the building they were in. Damn, Natasha, you might be the Michael Jordan of the MCU. But her and Hawkeye end up having to fight it out for 10 days to escape. So with that, I'm gonna call this mission a failure. Alright, chill. Just hear me out. This is an L because in hindsight, she completed neither of the objectives that she was supposed to do. She just thought she did, and nobody checked the body. So not only did Dreykov survive, the Red Room still existed, even Dreykov's daughter survived. So nah, she's starting off 0-1. After Happy insults her booty boot camp workout routine, she counters this man with one of the meanest arm bars I've seen in the MCU.
Oh my God!
And that's enough to make Happy's ass tap out. First win of the day for Widow.
Just slip. You did? Yeah. Looks like a TKO to me.
When Whiplash turns all of his drones on Iron Man, Black Widow goes to Hammer Industries to handle it. Hammer's guards are there to serve as the most insignificant roadblocks that money can buy. I mean, they can't even land one hit on Natasha. And she's using all the gadgets too. She got the electric shockers, she got the smoke pellets, she got these sexy ass poses. She even got wire and a can of mace that she stole from this bald-headed nigga. When she makes it to Whiplash's room, he's already on his way to fight Tony. So she reboots Rhodey's suit so the two can finish him off. The winner, Black Widow and friends. When Widow is caught by Georgie and interrogated, she plays along until Coulson tells her that Barton's been compromised. Then, while tied to a chair, she goes on to beat all 3 of their asses. Hey, I've never seen someone use their hair as a weapon before. No. Inhumans does not count. But she's very easily able to break out of her restraints and dog walk these guys. Then, she leaves Georgie dangling by his legs. Easy dubs. So Hawkeye breaks in to destroy the helicarrier and it's up to Black Widow to stop him. After almost being super bitch slapped by the Hulk, she goes to find Barton in a detention center. Then, the two go at it. Being as that these two don't have actual superpowers, it's mainly a test of who got the best hands. The trained bow and arrow assassin or the trained ballerina assassin. My money is on the one who does more CQC. And it's working out pretty well for her because she's able to counter most of Hawkeye's attacks. And even taking a page from Goku's School of Fighting. But soon, she's able to knock Clint's ass into a metal bar, severing his mind control. Then just to be sure, she knocks his stupid ass out.
We about to get in the ring. I'm about to knock a stupid ass out.
The trained ballerina assassin is victorious. In the final battle of the movie, Loki and the Chitauri come to invade Earth. Widow starts out in the Quinjet with Hawkeye and Cap, helping some of the enemies get off Iron Man's tail. Then they go to help Thor with Loki. They almost immediately get shot down as a result, crash landing all the way to street level. There, her and Hawkeye have a miniature Budapest incident. The two continue to hold down the fort until the other Avengers arrive so they can do their superhero pose. After a nice one-on-one with a Chitauri alien, she hijacks one of their cruisers. While making these videos, I've started to notice that every character's got their own niche. I'm thinking Black Widow's is using enemy equipment against them. But anyway, she learns from Dr. Selvig how to close the portal, and she's ready to do it. But not before Iron Man nukes the Chitauri mothership. And once he does, she closes it. And the day is saved. So Cap and Widow are on a mission to retrieve some hostages. Well, Cap is. Fury gave Widow a different task, so that's what she sets out to do. Special Agent Romanoff easily takes out this squad of soldiers in the stairwell before she presses on. There are a few more enemies in the engine room that are standing in her way, but that's not a problem for Widow whatsoever, as these are really just regular dudes. And this woman is fresh off of fighting an alien army, so it's more easy work for Nat. Then she continues with her true mission of gathering S.H.I.E.L.D. intel. She does that, but Batroc manages to escape. But that really ain't got shit to do with her, so her mission is still a success. When the Winter Soldier ambushes the team to kill him, they've got no choice but to fight him and Hydra's army off and escape. The soldiers start trying to light her ass up, and Bucky's launching grenades at her. None of them are able to hit her though, as she dives off the bridge and starts hauling ass. Somehow she gets the drop on Bucky, and if not for his protective goggles, that would have been the end of him. But he's unscathed and the two engage in a firefight. Then she takes the fuck off again. Her and Bucky play a little game of hide and seek before she tries to choke his ass out.
I make an LZ 2300 block of Virginia Avenue, rendezvous 2 minutes.
She fails and Bucky throws her off him before trying to shoot, but he fails and she takes off again.
You're never gonna catch me!
He does kind of catch her though when he shoots her through the chest, but it's only a bullet. It's not gonna actually slow her down in the slightest. Lastly, she protects Cap by shooting Bucky with a launcher herself. Payback's a bitch, ain't it? And that's just before they get captured by Hydra. Unfortunately, they did end up getting caught, so this is an L. Team Cap is on a mission to stop Hydra from completing their mass genocide run, and it's up to Secret Agent Romanoff to expose Hydra to the world. Disguised as his old-ass councilwoman, Nat uses the element of surprise to take out every single soldier in a flash.
I'm sorry. Did I step on your moment?
Then she starts the encryption and has Pierce held at gunpoint until Fury arrives. Once they bypass security, they release all of the files onto the internet. Just then, Pierce activates his mini pin bombs and threatens Widow that he'll activate hers if she doesn't back up. But when Cap blows up the helicarriers, he tries to force Widow to get him out of here. Natasha will rather electrocute herself than follow his orders, so she does exactly that. Then Fury shoots Pierce ending their half of the mission. And Captain America goes on to finish his half, so they save the day. After finding out that Hydra still exists, Cap calls on the Avengers to help them get their shit back. Nat is out here whipping it while Hawkeye is a human turret. After they fill their 1 pose per fight quota, they get back into action. Strucker's men have absolutely no chance against them, even with all of their advanced tech. That shit means nothing to the Master Assassin.
At long last is lasting a little long, boys.
But when a best buddy gets hit, she's basically on med duty. And while Iron Man and Captain America finish up the mission, Black Widow goes to sing Hulk his lullaby.
Hey, big guy. Sun's getting real low.
When Pre-Alpha Ultron gains autonomy, it doesn't take him long to decide that the humans gotta fucking go. So he starts with the Avengers. Natasha is seen popping a few shots at a Legion bot, but really other than that, she's barely seen in an already short battle. A battle that ends with Ultron stealing the scepter and escaping back to Sokovia. The team tracks Alpha Ultron to the coast of Africa where he's doing a deal with Claw. Some regular ass soldiers show up, so it's a perfect time for Widow to take him out the picture. Flawless execution, I tell you. But Wanda messes with her mind to bring her back to her ballerina days while Ultron escapes with the vibranium.
This is going very well.
So Ultron Beta is trying to update his firmware while half the Avengers are on the hunt for him. After Cap drops his shield, Widow picks it up and heads back to him. Ultron tries to make her crash head first into cement, but fortunately she stops in time. Once Clint distracts the guards, she goes for the body. If I'm being honest with y'all, I was so close to not counting this for her not attacking the whole fight. But then,
Wait! Right there!
so she blows up the truck, delivers the package, and gets captured by Ultron. She sacrificed herself so the team can get a victory. Hopefully she'll never have to do that again, right? After Bruce saves Nat from being captured, she and Hulk join the battle to stop Ultron's final build from destroying the world. I may be tripping, but I think this is the first time Black Widow breaks out her taser batons. She's next seen with the Josh Gordon of the MCU as he lets her fight with his shield for a sec. After helping with some evacuations, she and the Avengers go to protect the drill. I'd say this was the perfect time for the taser batons considering her enemies are robots. But her and the crew continue to knock off countless amounts of sentries until Hulk sends Ultron into the stratosphere.
You know, with the benefit of hindsight.
She then goes to sing Hulk another lullaby but gets shot at by Ultron. It doesn't hit her, but it's enough to knock her on her ass. She's out for a second but comes to when Hulk drops her off on the helicarrier. That's when the other Avengers finish the mission and save the world from their own mess. Great job, guys. You stopped the problem that you caused. So Team Cap tracks down Crossbones and is on a mission to stop him. Black Widow starts off by using her motorcycle as a weapon before giving Rumlow's team that work. She's created so many fatherless children, it's ridiculous. Rumlow's a little different though. Even though she's still hard to hit, he's much more tanky. So when she tries to shock him, he retaliates by throwing her into a hatch and dropping a grenade in it.
I don't work like that no more. Fire in the hole.
Normally that would kill your average person, but Natasha's got a meat shield. She then goes on to beat the ever-loving shit out of these two henchmen. So bad that they threaten to activate their martyrdom perk if she doesn't back away. But with an assist from Red Wing, she murders them and secures the payload. When brainwashed Bucky breaks free, everyone jumps in to subdue him. After Tony fails, Natasha and Sharon try jumping him. It fails completely as Black Widow ends up seconds away from seeing the upper room. Steve, on the other hand, successfully captures Bucky, but he isn't on the same side as Widow right now, so her side loses. Team Iron Man shows up at the Leipzig airport to stop Team Captain America from escaping with Bucky. Her first mini battle is against Ant-Man, no pun intended. She starts with a nut shot, then tries to grapple him. He shrinks down to size and hits her with a nice ass reversal. But he clearly hasn't read Widow's files. Then the heroes get together to tragically beat the shit out of each other. It's a sad, sad day in Leipzig. Nat and Scott are going for round 2 for a minute, before it becomes Budapest Civil War. She has the upper hand on Hawkeye before Wanda's ass tries to give her a concussion. That hit must have knocked some damn sense into her because the next time we see her, she goes full turncoat and stops Black Panther from stopping Captain America from escaping. I guess this means she technically wins? Alright, nice job, Kevin Durant. In her standalone movie, her first battle is when she's ambushed by Taskmaster. After taking a couple shots at it, she hops out the car to fight. Widow tries to do a flippy takedown, but ends up having it being done on her.
Word for word, bar for bar!
But Taskmaster turns her back on Widow, which gives her the perfect chance to restart the fight. Before Taskmaster can get the box, Natasha is able to tether her onto the bridge for a second, then makes a beeline for the box. Taskmaster is quick as hell at escaping, so she comes right back into the fight. She manages to get the case as well as kick Widow off the bridge. But it turns out, all that she got was an empty ass case as Widow took the vials and escaped, giving Black Widow the win. Natasha goes back to Budapest where Yelena is waiting for her. The two aren't sure they can trust each other, so they fight each other instead. Honestly, this fight kind of shows just how strong the Widows are as they have no problem slamming each other into shit. And this shit legit sounds painful too. But the two grab their own melee weapons and continue to battle. Natasha is really on the defense with this battle because she obviously doesn't want to hurt her baby sister. Her baby sister, on the other hand, does not give a fuck if she has to send Natasha to the Shadow Realm. The two get to a point in the battle where they're both trying to choke the life out of each other. Natasha starts to notice Yelena's light is dimming, so she calls for a truce. Now, if I'm being honest, Natasha would have won this one had this continued, but she did initiate the truce, so I have to give this battle a draw. But she definitely would have won. Not long after that, the Widows are after her and Yelena. The two meet up to do a little tag team maneuver before running away. They continue to dodge bullets as they make their way through the rooftops and try to use a smokestack to escape. This other sexy ass Widow attempts to chase after them, but ends up falling several stories and breaking the shit out of her leg.
But dog, the nigga broke his fucking leg.
Afterwards, Taskmaster joins the chase. They're able to take a detour where they're then chased by another sexy ass Widow. She takes out their bike, so Yelena hijacks someone's car.
You can't just steal a guy's car.
So you want me to chase him down and unsteal it?
As the chase continues, they're getting shot at, so Yelena has to improvise.
You're welcome.
Taskmaster isn't done yet though and shoots an explosive arrow at their car Hawkeye style. The girls magically survive, but Yelena is bleeding. They continue down the train station, leaving a trail of blood for Taskmaster to follow. It leads to a grate and Taskmaster drops down, not realizing that the Yell-Nat duo is in the ceiling, making this escape a success. So when Nat finds out the Red Room is still out there, her new task is to take it down for real this time. In order to do that, she recruits the help of the Red Guardian, who's in prison. So now it's a prison break. When Alexi's having a tough time, Natasha jumps in to help.
Such a poser.
Yelena almost kills her, so she has to chew her out for a second. Yelena also ends up causing an avalanche, so the escape is now on a fast timer. Yelena's just fucking up this entire mission. But as she goes to save them, Nat jumps on the rope, and they double back to get Alexi and escape. So Team Widow makes a plan for Natasha to get close to Dreykov. After expelling all of his dialogue options, she baits him into attacking her. He hits her with what's probably the weakest combo Black Widow's ever received. So weak that he actually stalls her plans a bit and she has to resort to whooping her own ass so she can sever the nerve in her nose.
What are you going to do?
Now that's a lot of damage!
Now she can attack him. Then it's her turn to monologue. All that talking got her ass caught up though as the Widows show up to kill her. Natasha's holding her own for a second, using her baton as well as her signature chakras to ward off the Widows as much as she can. And at one point she's even tasing the shit out of everyone. Seeming like she'll actually pull us off and beat the Widows, but then they hit her with a mean ass assist move. Like, damn. Then they start taking turns styling on her. They pretty much got this whole thing wrapped up and they're just playing with their food. And as they're beating the shit out of Natasha, Yelena comes in to save Nat and free all the Widows from their mind control. Afterwards, Yelena blows up Dreykov's helicopter and Natasha saves her sister. I also forgot to mention that Mama Widow also blows up an engine, making the Red Room collapse on itself, so they completed that objective as well. So Natasha ends up freeing Taskmaster, who's still under Dreykov's mind control. So the two of them have a final showdown. After fighting in the sky for a bit, they both land on the ground to finish it off. Taskmaster starts off attacking her with a sword, but Natasha is able to defend and take it from her. Then she tries to call a truce again, but Dreykov's daughter isn't having it. So Natasha is able to take off her helmet and smash the violet antidote, finally freeing her of Dreykov's control.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is he gone? He's gone.
After WandaVision got their ass beat in a couples tag team match, Widow, Cap, and Falcon arrive to save them. Widow comes out of nowhere and uses Proxima's weapon to immediately wreck Corvus's shit. Then her and Cap start getting with Proxima for a second before Falcon blindsides her. They force the Black Order to retreat, giving Widow yet another W. The Black Order comes back for round 2, initiating the Battle of Wakanda. Natasha's in there fighting somewhere, but we really don't see her fully until her, Okoye, and Wanda attempt to jump Proxima Midnight. Being that Proxima hates Widow, she goes straight for her first. Now don't get me wrong, Natasha and Okoye are pretty strong, but Proxima can still hold her own and she's able to knock both Natasha and Okoye down. She doesn't even need weapons as she's able to get the upper hand on Black Widow with just hands alone. She couldn't finish the kill though as Wanda uses her magic to send Proxima into the teeth of one of those weird ass vertical Beyblades.
That's really gross.
With all the generals dead, the Avengers win the first half of the Battle of Wakanda. But when they think it's done, that's when the man himself shows up. Now the rules in this here series is that once both parties initiate an intended attack, that counts as a battle. Widow tries shooting at Thanos, and Thanos trapped their ass in a pile of rocks. He then goes on to get the final stone and get half a life the fuck up out of there.
You should have gone for the head.
5 years later, the Avengers find a way to bring everyone back, and that includes going on a time heist. Natasha and Clint take part in the mission of getting the Soul Stone, not realizing what's needed as a sacrifice. Thanks for dropping the ball on that one, Nebula. Once they do find out, they decide whatever it takes and agree that a sacrifice needs to be made, but they don't agree on who needs to make it, so they have a battle for it. Clint starts off pinning Natasha to the ground, but Natasha quickly counters, then uses that electric shock one last time as she heads for the ledge.
You tell him yourself.
Clint shoots an explosive arrow to knock her down, then gives her one final look to say goodbye. He jumps off, but is caught by Natasha, who connects a grapple to his belt. As Clint holds on to Natasha for dear life, she says it's time to let her go. This is her sacrifice to make. She's had so much red in her ledger, and this is her last step to wiping it out. To give her life so the team can bring everyone back. She tells him it's okay, as she kicks herself off the ledge, completing her sacrifice, completing her final mission. And now it's time to tally up the final score. In the 27 battles that Black Widow has been in, she's won 20, lost 6, and had 1 draw. That's a win percentage of 75.92, rounded up to 76%. And there you have it, folks. The great Captain America has been toppled. There's a new number 1 on the leaderboards. I'm honestly glad that Black Widow is now the number 1, not because I hate Captain America, but because around the time of making my Thor video, I started getting the feeling that Widow was the one who could get the top spot. And I'm glad to see that I was right. So yay to me. But that's gonna be all for today's video. I've got a 2-part MCU monster video coming up for Halloween, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm really enjoying the journey that we've been taking so far, and I'm excited to keep making videos for you guys. Again, if you want to see me live stream Elden Ring as Thor, then let me know in the comment section. But that's all I've got today. What win-loss ratio did you come up with? Rest in peace to Natasha Romanoff, and I'll catch y'all next time.